Hello and welcome to a very, very special episode of West Waterford Podcast. Special because I have these three very special gentlemen here. And I don't mean they're special in terms of my heart, they're just special in terms of their collective IQ. Congratulations, guys. We've got an Irishman who decided to stain my carpet there in the pink. We have this chap here with his Roger Rabbit. I don't know if any of you want to use any of your real names, so whatever you want to call it. We have an Albanian over there who has to hold his microphone because he likes the feeling of something cylindrical in his hands. It's just a good feeling for him. But
Well, just let me first interject there, and thank you for welcoming us to this show.
Yeah, thank you for trashing my home.
Yeah, I mean, it's too easy to do it. We're all confined in such a small space. Now, that being said, it is a good time to be here for all of us to celebrate. We have a very famous dog surrounding us, and you know what? I think we're going to make the most of it. No, I'm typically a man of little words, so I'll keep it very brief here now, and I've been dragged along to this little ordeal. No, Joshua. Oh,
and there we go, folks.
He gets applause for that. That was worthy of Eamon de Valera himself. That was political might, and we do have a dog running around here now. You were going to ask me something.
I was. I mean, what's your concern with me? I mean, I wanted to put it out there now for the people. You know,
my concern with you?
Yeah, like we've been dodging around this now for quite a while, and like you do welcome me into your home, and we do have some what I do call friends, and like
we are your friends.
Lackluster efforts that are joining us,
okay.
But what's it all about? What are we doing here?
What are we doing here? We're here to do a podcast.
I know.
Just have a chat. See if you can be funny as we are down the bar.
Doing the bar. Send me back home. I would love to be doing that back home. Over here, it's a fucking stretch. Now.
You think so?
It is, absolutely. Unequivocally.
So you prefer the home bars back in Ireland than over here?
It's far easier to get away with murder back in Ireland. Now,
there you go, folks.
Now, saying that, I could go down to Aruba and I could fucking knock off a Natalie Holloway, and we'd all be still looking for her. But again, you know, that's a sad fucking story. That's the Dutch legislative system. But
why not a Natalie Wood? Push her overboard.
No comment.
Well, okay.
Well, there you go. You can't be busted for something you don't know, right?
And Mr. Newman, to my far left, does interject.
I thought we were not using names, but that's okay.
I didn't know this was a political meeting. In fact, I like to interject. This is very strange. You're I don't know what it is. You're very eloquent. In a very politician kind of way. Were you some kind of politician in Ireland? You had to be of something.
Well, in my previous life, I did work for the Irish consulate, and I did tell you that it was a complete waste of my fucking time. Now, there was previous quotes on the Cape, and those for listeners of ours who may not be, Massachusetts, who may not be too familiar with the idiosyncrasies of on Cape, the Cape, yada yada yada. Grab him, lads. He's a Kennedy. You know. I can assure all, I'm not a Kennedy. My name is Mark Joseph Barry, and I
you don't have to give all that information. Don't dox yourself.
I am not a saint. But what renders
was Kennedy a saint? I don't think he was a saint.
Well, he got the votes. And what renders us all on the same page is we get it done.
Right?
We get it done. Now, Joshua,
yes,
I want
sir.
you to guide this tour with all the diplomacy that is inherent to you.
Well, look at that.
And don't let it be a mess.
All right, so I'll do my best. Thank you, sir.
I feel like this is like, retarded UN. Like,
I don't know what this is so far, but so far this is going pretty goddamn well. Mark is, goddamn, he's good, man. I got to give him that.
Well,
I'm enjoying this so far.
Fair, like, well, Barry, what do you got to say about this?
I'm pretty sure I'm not holding my beer.
You've only had one. That's one.
One
I'm
and done.
this
and
can.
I think half of it ended up on the carpet.
This cannot be my beer. I need another one.
That beer is far too small.
All right. Jesus. Wow. Well, I tell you what, the energy here is astounding. You all look like you've just smoked basically a truck of marijuana with all of his... The energy is
just
incredible.
Just a truck? I mean, come on.
Just a truck.
That's what
just
I did
truck.
earlier, yeah, before I went to work.
At least the dog's calmed down. Look, we've actually put the dog to sleep so far. We're 5 minutes in,
I
And
kind
we
of
put the dog asleep.
I kind of want that energy right now. It's like
Yeah, that dog is a true star of the show, and we're merely witness to what's going on here. Some of our more attuned followers here, we're trying to get them outside, but no. We keep everything inside. What matters inside.
Well, it's hot as balls outside. I mean, let's not get too local about it, but it's hot as balls out there. What is it, 110?
It always matters inside, deep inside.
Oh, Jesus
Well,
Christ.
we melt as one here in the Valley of the Sun, and I think that's a beautiful thing
Melt?
because we've been struggling for a long time, and things have really rallied. Listen, we got 22 wildfires going on here in the state of Arizona. We've got supplies and resources pouring in from adjourning. Oh yeah, I challenge you, sir. You think that's a joke?
No, sir. No, not at all. Like you're talking about real stuff, but like, hey, is this mic on?
Yes, of course it's on. You can hear yourself, can't you?
Yep, I can't. Keep going, please.
This is no joke. You know, I fly back from Boston, and you know, I come back from having a great little trip. But one thing that resonates in my mind is that we got a big struggle here in Arizona. The water drought is something that's going to struggle with us for a long time coming. If we sustain,
true.
if we sustain this for one more year, 12 to 18 months, at the minimum, we are going to have a domestic implication.
I don't.
Not just
I agree.
Not
No,
just
I
here in
agree. I
Arizona.
agree.
It will be something that is catastrophic across all the counties.
I don't know if I don't know how we got into this, but I mean, do remember that the Phoenix metro area is dumped into by 6 rivers. A lot of the water actually does come from the mountains that surround those rivers, like the Colorado, the Salt, the Gila, whatever you want to call them. Call them by their names; they are what they are. But a lot of the snow, like in the wintertime, that accumulates on those peaks, well, they turn to water in the summer. They come down, they fill the river valleys. So we actually do have a very plentiful supply of water in Phoenix. We have 6 rivers dumping into us. It's the only reason life actually goes on here. It's very weird to say. I think Phoenix in this country, even though it's geographically a desert, the city itself and its surrounding hinterland is in itself an actual oasis, somewhere that is, even though, yes, we're always going to have issues with water in some ways, but it's never going to be catastrophic. I don't think it's ever going to be catastrophic. We have natural resources here that are not like LA. If you've ever seen the water supply in LA, it's either the thing the fish fuck in, or it's it's coming down a mountain and it's been stolen, siphoned off by the Colorado River. That's just typical fucking California for you. They like to steal. They love to say oh, we've the greatest GDP in the country. You also have the greatest debt in the country, and you also steal water, and you can't keep a power grid going. Oh, but you're going to move cars to be all electric by 2030. How does that state? I mean, you're talking about Arizona. Arizona, I think, is fine. How is somewhere like California ever going to survive?
Is California even still in this country?
I don't even know that. That's a fair point.
Well, we talk about Arizona. It's, to the
gonna
best of my
have to look
knowledge,
out for
it is the 5th largest global economy. And economies aside,
Well, we're the 5th largest city in America.
yeah.
I don't know about global economy.
No,
California,
no.
California
No,
might
it
be,
is.
yeah.
You could test that information there, and I'm sure it probably rendered 3 or 4 largest globally. But this is a modern day Chinatown situation, and for most of the people that aren't familiar with that movie,
The movie Chinatown. Sorry, I just wanted to play this.
Fantastic movie, by the way.
I can laugh my knickers off, and I could sing myself to sleep. But the truth is, these are concerns that we can't really fathom too deeply. It's something that we can't part with. It is something that we need to acknowledge more. Listen, we have a problem with water. It is a modern day warfare. It is something that we're already being taxed on. It is something that you go buy your fucking 24, pardon my French, go buy your 24 pack of water there, or you buy your Nestle bottles. But again, sure, that's politics, which draws us onto another line. The modern day warfare of water is political.
I don't think I disagree with that. Anybody else want to weigh in?
No,
To those less informed, we are living a modern day Chinatown. People will be lost over water. And I know I sound like a sucker, I sound like someone that's not that sexy here. I sit here. I've had a great day. I'm very thankful. I just come back from my time in Massachusetts, my friends and family. But what's most concerning is, what are we doing here? I mean, we've got trees that are not able to sustain the environment. They are indicative of a situation that's already prevalent to us. Yeah, we run this facade on and on and on. Water it, run with it, bottle of water, yada yada yada.
Golf courses.
I mean, golf courses, exactly.
Right on.
And I mean, if we sustain this another year or 2 years, what are going to be the domestic implications of this? I think we are in
Well-
for a bad breakup.
Well, Mark, I kind of want to interject. So I don't think that people understand the fact that what there is to lose. Everyone's so used to
Sorry to interject. What's your name? Can you please identify yourself?
the Albanian.
He's the Albanian.
Okay.
Please stand and give thanks to the Albanian.
All right, applause.
You don't actually have to stand.
No,
just so
I
you
don't
know.
No,
understand.
fuck that.
This couch is very comfortable. So, but I really think that people don't understand the fact that what there is to lose. Like that there's like, you know, like people are like just so used to the whole like talking about facades. I'll give you a case in point. Facades. Everyone's so concerned with their like social image. Like, oh, what can I do on Facebook? What can I do on Instagram? What can I do on Snapchat? And they don't really care about the issues. Like what you're bringing up is a true issue. And it's really sad, actually. I think that just people are just like they just whitewash everything. And of course, I don't know if you want to use that term, but anyways, but it's just like it's the fact that like there are issues in front of people's faces, and they'd rather sweep it underneath the carpet and care about their business parentheses and just not care about it.
I think we're on the same page there, absolutely, Timothy. And it's something that needs to be a little bit more broad stroked, educated, and pushed. I think the agenda needs to be pushed. Listen, I'm an Irish guy. I live here. I'm on a green card. I'm very thankful for the good things that have come with me. I've been through the good, the bad, and ugly. But the understanding is, and I've been everywhere from fucking Africa, pardon my French. Again, all side note.
You can swear, don't worry.
I bless the range down there.
Jesus Christ. Oh.
Anyhow,
As you say.
Bless the rains down in Africa.
what I'm trying to
Somebody
say.
bless you.
What I'm trying to say is, like, we've been all over the place, and
You've been to Africa. Where in Africa have you been, if you don't mind me asking?
Tunisia and Morocco.
Tunisia and Morocco. Is Morocco really African? I mean, come on. It's more French than anything, realistically.
It's
Well,
kind
there
of
you
like
go.
a mix of like what is it?
You're diving deep
It's
in
more
the
Mediterranean,
politics
for
of
sure.
that.
Mediterranean
Percent,
politics.
yes.
I'm thinking about World War II.
Bro, some of the most educated people I've ever met in my life do reside in Tunisia and Morocco. People that speak 6 or 7 languages. Those that make my orange juice, those that carry me around, those that bring me to scuba diving. I've been most thankful. Actually, I've been most fortunate. And it's something to say, hey, we need to give more back. We live in a very privileged world, you know, depending on the color of your skin.
I wouldn't go that far. I mean, our
No.
privilege is earned, I would say.
Disagree.
Mm.
I talk about equity. I think that we are all entitled to something that is man or woman bearing. Something that,
Man or
Yeah.
woman bearing?
yes, something that yields fruits of your entitlement. You're born into something. And we are lucky that we've had a good time here. We're lucky just to be on the air.
Well, I
tonight.
mean, yeah, but I mean, when you say you're born into it, you're born into whatever the previous generation earned for you. You know, it's not your fault. You're not born into inherent privilege just because. I mean, you could be born into privilege, yes, but I mean, what you do with that privilege
That's
in
another
the
story.
in the long run, that's what's going to determine you, what you're going to do with it. It's, it's that whole thing. It's like you never gave me anything. We gave you your name. What have you done with it?
Exactly.
You know, there's that kind of thing. Some people are privileged just to have a name. That doesn't necessarily mean that they're ever going to use that privilege for good or bad. And effectively, it's going to negatively affect them. So the best thing you can do is, if you have privilege, is do something good with it. And a lot of people do. A lot of people do great things with their privilege that they were born into. It's not inherent to you, or your personality and your own. It's not inherent to your morals.
I'm just a firm believer. If you can carry a basic message to him or her, whatever the struggle might be, and just make it clear. Listen, we're all in this together. Just
Agreed.
Just throw something extra out there.
Well,
Take a photo, pick somebody up, help them out. Listen, we live in a very connected world, but at the same time, we're a functional dysfunctional.
we're very disconnected for how connected we are.
All right, guys.
Precisely.
All right, I had to break the news here. This is the best sound in the world.
Yeah.
All right, fair enough.
Fantastic.
Just what you guys are talking about reminds me of sociology. Seriously, just 5 years ago, taking Social 101 and a couple other those classes. The water shortage, and they were talking all
Yeah.
about that. I kind of thought it was okay. College can be like that. They push an agenda. I thought they were pushing more fear mongering.
Absolutely, yeah, I'd agree with that. I was a sociology major, and
Okay, sweet.
back then I was actually literally a communist. A communist sympathizer, for sure. I wasn't a card-carrying communist, but I was a communist sympathizer. And that a lot of that stemmed from what you said, like institutional agenda pushing college, and that's really what it was. I mean, you sound like you've studied like that, or was it just social studies? What was?
No, it was sociology. I wanted to do it myself, but
Oh, okay.
like you said, it just they push so much on you. It changes the way you see the world.
Absolutely.
It does, yeah. It
Yes.
changes.
Great.
It changes. It warps you. If anything,
It does, yeah.
it is cultish. It's like watching the news. And they watch like when Donald Trump was president, they'd be like, Donald Trump said this, and they'd show a quick clip. And it'd be like, I don't want those animals coming up from Mexico. They're mad. They're not sending their best, and then they'd cut it. Now, what they're banking on there is that you're too lazy to go off and find the actual clip. The full clip, in full context. MS-13, they're coming from the... Those animals are coming up here. They're not our best. They're not our brightest. They're not our bright... No. And then it's a case of
Joshua, may I interject?
Oh, right.
So I spent $4,000 on a landscaper. His name's Raoul, and he did what?
Is he with MS-13?
Well, I mean,
Is he a cartel?
well, if you could swing the shovel in all directions, we might consider that to be a weapon.
Well, yeah,
Lordy.
well, this is true.
This man turned up, did the job, committed,
Good.
brought along good people.
You'd hire him again.
100%.
There you go.
Got everything done. And we paid more than happily enough that was deserved for the job.
Because he did a good job.
He did a great job.
Well, there you go. You pay for the job. You pay for the job you do.
Well, if you,
Now, we talk about what's going on here with immigration and stuff like that, and I can feel that the tone is kind of shifting that way. America is a functional dysfunctional.
I think you've said that already, but I think you said that about the world, though. And that's due to interconnectivity.
Well, I could say it about Libya until the Americans went in. Like
You can
should-
say that about anywhere where there's a
No,
power
in-
vacuum and
no.
somebody goes in.
No, and in particular, like Libya was fantastic until the Americans went in. It was a functional
Gaddafi was there,
dysfunction.
right?
Yeah, it is what it is. However, listen, I might be wrong. I might be right. I'm just making a point here. I'm entitled.
It might be
to my-
fucking Billy
Well,
Joel with
I'm
those.
sorry.
I'm entitled to my opinion, not my facts.
Absolutely.
As
Okay,
all-
okay.
As Roger Stone does.
That's a very
famously
good way of
coin.
putting it, actually. Yeah, I'd agree with that.
Exactly. I'm not throwing off data off anything. What I'm saying is here. We
all right, Shamrock, I'm gonna cut you off there real quick. So,
no, let me finish. Don't interject. You may accommodate what I do say here, and I appreciate your time, Tim. Now,
there we go again.
exactly. No, you're a great guy. No, thank you, Joshua. Like,
I just love. It's just so, you're so fucking Irish. It's not even funny, man. You're like on a. It's like watching a political show and no, you don't interrupt me while I'm speaking. But I
Well, I'm trying to-
appreciate you being here.
I'm trying to get a simple point across.
No, you're
here.
fat. No,
like, and the basics
go for
are,
it, man.
li-
You're
li-
brilliant.
listen,
You're really good at this, actually.
America is a functional dysfunctional. We have an incredible mass of people here from all backgrounds, all facets in life. We have a labor supply of individuals who are undocumented, who, unbeknownst to us all, good or bad, don't want to be acknowledged. they get the job done when nobody else wants to get the job done.
That's a nice
Now,
song.
Boom. Yeah, sounds lovely. Sounds familiar. I'm gasping. Now, what I'm trying to say is, really in a nutshell, we should really be more appreciative of the American labor force. It's a very delicate
Well, yeah.
factor. We have those that are externalities that have come up here, wherever the hell they are from,
Agreed.
despite their legal obligations, they make magic happen. We have those have specialized labor to do it, whether they are in the medium to large scale caps.
Mark,
And this is where you can take over, Tim, because I know that's your specialty as well, and this is something I'm very excited to hear about as well.
well, okay, so like case in point, so my father, undocumented illegal immigrant.
From Albania?
Yep.
How do you
Well,
pull that?
well,
How do you
well,
pull that one off?
He pretty much he just came across the bridge. He went to what was it, like Niagara Falls, and it was pretty much like
Oh, so he came in from the northern border.
yeah, like pretty much he just crossed the border, and like they go, hey, how long are you gonna be here for? He goes,
Hey, how you
I
doing,
got, like,
buddy?
yeah, like
Hey?
2 weeks. Yeah, I'll be here for 2 weeks. And
All right.
40 years later.
Yeah,
he's
fair.
Still here. Yeah, he's still here.
But he stayed in the country. He paid taxes, and
what
worked, paid taxes,
I'll
had a
give-
family.
before okay, like not to get in like deep stuff. Before he got like kind of like nutty in the brain, pretty much.
Oh, okay.
He did like mosaic tile. Like you look at this stuff and you'd be like, whoa, like it's really that nice.
Mm-hmm.
When you walk into these like pizza places, actually in the Bronx, there's got a couple places over there in the Bronx where he's done like the mosaic tile, and it's just like it's mint. Where like you go to like Home Depot, they have that stuff on the, like the wall where you just kind of like glue it there, and it's like no, you did that by hand. Like
So proper like ceramics.
yeah, exactly. Like he worked magic with his hands.
Yeah.
So he
Don't
ate-
say that. Don't talk about your father that way.
Why do we have
The
to turn
sins
why,
of
why,
my father. He
why-
was a Catholic priest. Did
why
you
do we
know?
have to turn everything so sexual here? Jesus.
Because there's a bunch of dudes here.
Because it's fun.
That's not
It's the right
not
thing.
helping the case at all.
Not
so,
helping
yeah.
No, let's just pivot back to what's important. Let's stop skiddy-daddling around the issues that are at hand. America has an issue with labor. America has an issue with healthcare. America has an issue with racism. America has an issue with foreign policy. These are all sexy, hot topics that we need to address.
I mean,
And as far as racism goes, we're just coming out of Pride Month, and like I'm just back from Provincetown, Massachusetts.
Isn't that more sexy? Oh, Provincetown. Oh, yeah. That's a sexy town.
It is. Formerly known as Helltown.
Formerly known as the Ring of Fire.
Yes, indeed.
it birds.
Oh boy, did
Now,
it.
Provincetown has been good to me. I would be nothing without Provincetown, Massachusetts. The Outer Cape Cod, we're open for business.
Well, your
We
pink
got-
shirt certainly would tell that.
What?
Truth.
my pink madras short and my seersucker shorts. Surely adequate for anybody that's looking to have a good time.
I'm just afraid the way you're looking at that microphone. It's like I'm going to look for it later. I'm never going to see it again.
It's been poised right in my face.
Hey, have you lived it yet?
And listen, I'm a quiet guy, but this is all
are,
very new
sure.
to me. Like it's coming along like a fucking heart attack. Who is
Who's-
this cocksucker calling me?
Tell him to fuck off.
Oh no, it's
so
Jesus
So we were
Christ.
talking
I give
about
up. I
water
give up.
shortage and politics now,
Holy
functional dysfunctions. What you were saying,
He's
right?
pulling shit up. Look at him.
Well, no, it reminds me of we were talking about
Mark?
sociology. We're talking about sociology. It reminds me of functionalism. Remember that?
Functionalism.
It's a theory in sociology. It talks about how
It's a
things are
long
supposed
time.
to be the way they are, basically, to paraphrase that. The institutions, the roles, the norms, etc., serve a purpose, and they're all indispensable for the long-term survival of society. You know, like
Okay.
no matter how hypocritical or displeasing they can be, if one collapses, the whole thing collapses, right?
So it's kind of a domino effect. Everything. In order for something to work, it's only held up by how good the preceding thing and how the next thing will be, kind of thing. Because one can't kind of live without the other.
right.
Yes, and I don't buy into that personally. I think you can be a monolith. I think you can be. I think anything can be a monolith, and history has proven that. I mean, That whole idea of everything being a
Yeah.
domino effect, that you're only as good as your. It's like in sports, you're only as good as your last win. And that's true, but I mean, you can't equate everything like that.
Well, here's the one thing. Like going back to the whole like whitewashing stuff. Like
Yeah.
going back to, like social media and stuff like that. Like people like take history and they just like whitewash it.
Yeah, yeah, they do.
History is brutal. It's dirty.
Oh,
It's
yeah.
dirty, 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 dirty stuff. I mean, like you look at any like history, the way it's like just rolled down through the centuries. It is not a pretty set. It's like it's.
I mean, remember the way we were all taught in school? You know, we're always taught that Nazism is, and kind of comes into the economic theories of it again when we were doing sociology. But Nazism is always said to be far right, and you know, it's this, that, and the other thing. When they talk about communism, they never talk about what spectrum it's on. They never said communism is far left. Are you okay there?
I get that little bit of DVT in my left leg.
Ah, right. But I mean, they never talk about communism being
I
actually.
think he's got a boner.
You know, they never talk about communism being far left. They always just say communism. Oh, it was this, but it was this imperfect system. They always go with in college. They always go and school. They always go with this slight ambiguity towards communism. It's a gray area, whereas Nazism it's black and it's white. You know, they teach it that way, and they call it far right, even though Nazism, National Socialism, is actually far left. Hitler was a far left. He was a progressive, technically speaking, down to his economics, down to his style of rule. He was a far left totalitarian, authoritarian, whatever you want to call it. He's exactly the same as Stalin, Lenin, Mussolini, of course. Mussolini really, realistically being the godfather. Of course, in Italian being the godfather. I'm going to introduce this new thing. It's called fascism.
Offer you can
Well,
never
that's
refuse.
what the Nazis were, right? National Socialists.
National
right?
Socialists, yeah. It's an economic.
God bless 'em.
It's an economic system exactly the same as communism. It's about government control of everything. Now, the thing about fascism is that it does allow the rights to some private ownership under the knowledge that should it be necessary, you will lose this if the government comes in and says take it. Now, we had something like that with the Patriot Act here in the States. The Patriot Act. You can own
you should
a domicile.
never spy on other people. I'm sorry, like that's
Yeah,
like,
no, true.
On
But
your
I
own
bel-
citizens,
but I
no,
believe
that's
one thing-
not, no.
One of the things under the Patriot Act is that you can own a domicile, but should it be necessary that the government needs to take that domicile, they can under the Patriot Act. So in the fighting terror. I know we had a building collapse in Miami there the other day. We'll get onto that later, but
That's horrible.
but I haven't seen very many other Islamic terrorist attacks since 9/11. There's been a few small scale ones, you know.
Thankfully, and that's
Thankfully, yeah.
that's something that's always kind of
Patriot Act is outdated, is what I'm saying, but it's still there.
yeah. That's
It's
something
still
that's
there.
It's still there. It's omnipresent. I mean, it's something that's always circulating around the mind. I mean, listen, we are at war. Period. We have been at war for a very long time. War has escalated, war has advanced, and war has evolved. Some of what we've seen has been very unusual, but at the same time, it has equipped us with further skills and velocity to advance where we need to advance.
Uh-huh.
I mean, like traveling domestically, I get it. Like it sucks, you know. You do the X-rays, get the shoes off.
Yeah,
when
yeah,
if
yeah.
you're in
It's
in
ridiculous.
Age-train parameters. But I mean, like you're
Grab your bug home, Morty. Come on, Morty.
You're carrying X.
Oh, jeez, Rick! Oh, God, Rick! So we're teasing.
No.
Go on. No, you're making a good point. Traveling domestically is ridiculous.
It's tough, but at the same time, really at the same time, I mean, it's a pleasure. I mean, the TSA they do their best. Now, as a sole operative within the U.S. state, they can only do what they can do. I mean,
Is it true?
We're talking like different.
They can only do what they're
different
mandated to
regulations
do.
with the feds and whatnot. Different mandates. There's always going to be human behaviors.
Indeed.
And we got to be very concerned about how warfare has evolved. And, in particular, the attention towards the U.S. and immigration is always going to be a sticky point. Listen, I'm an Irish guy. I'm here on a green card. I've gone through the good, the bad, and the ugly, but I'm thankful to be here. Now, I see people as well that perhaps maybe get a little bit more scrutiny. But at the same time, I'm not afraid to say it. It's rightfully justified that scrutiny goes in that direction.
Well, yeah, I mean,
And,
generally speaking,
yeah.
they're the ones
Now,
commit. If you see a pattern,
Now, Joshua, like I've been flagged. You know, my wife and I have been flagged coming down from Vermont or Quebec City and stuff like that. And they thought they caught the mother lode. You know, they thought that they had the IRA ringmaster. This guy was running fucking guns. Pardon my French. You know, I like to be a little bit loose tongued here, folks. They thought that they had the mama of all mamas, and like they were high fiving, slapping asses, clicking heels,
clapping ass cheeks.
Meanwhile, I was section 2'd. You know, we're wasting time in the winter time, and there's bad guys getting through porously through the borders. So I get approached through.
What was that?
That was a dog. Yeah, very excited. Clap, clap. So I get approached by my lawyer. Ding, ding, ding.
Yeah, there you go.
Get approached by my lawyer saying I was section 2, saying, meaning indicative that, you know, they thought you were basically IRA. They ran it through Interpol. All the agencies came back to you like, you look pretty good. It's a scary world out there. This is not a joke. When, like, listen, like when you see Harrison Ford starring in movies, you see planes taking down skyscrapers in 9/11. This is not a joke. This is the modern warfare that we live in, and we got to be very, very skeptical about what we do. But at the same time, we got to be respectful. But the main thing is, there is nothing wrong with being skeptical.
No, you're right. No, I think you're 100%
No,
right.
I'm a firm believer. I want, and I'm pushing for it, I want economic development in the west of Ireland. There's a little space called Shannon Airport. We have the longest and the widest runways in Europe.
Yeah.
Now,
As a matter of fact, it was a backup for the space shuttle. If the space shuttle couldn't make landing in either Houston or Florida, they would land it at Shannon. That was the backup.
you know, it's a controversial space.
Yeah.
However, the tax receipts generated, it's enough to do the job, get things done. Keeps a lot of people happy. But the bottom line is, it is utilized for perhaps nefarious activities. I want to go on the record here and say, Ireland would be zero without the United States of America.
I have to agree with you. I do.
Yeah.
I do.
And like it hits home hard when we hear and when we see people knocking the ability of the U.S. overseas and foreign policy and whatnot.
There'd be nothing without us. You need our defense. You need our defense budget.
And with all the progress and the givings from the U.S.,
Charitable.
we're a joke.
We're a joke now, and actually what we're going to move into now, we're going to move into a little bit of news. And Mr. Albania, if you'd like to stick your headset back on there.
I hope it's good news. It's been a rough day.
It's not good news because we're going to hold on there now, and your mic is back on. I don't know.
Hello, I'm back.
And there you are. So we're going to jump into some news here, and very, very swiftly, I'm actually going to play some of the beds that I usually play because I'm keeping this kind of low key,
Right.
as best as possible.
Right.
And also, apparently, a few things on here weren't quite the same as last time. But so you're not getting the full production today, boys. This is more of a testing the waters with you.
You'd be very lucky to have us back, I believe.
You'd be very
Actually,
lucky if I invite you back.
Ooh.
No, any of you are welcome anytime. If you ever want to do one-on-one, I'm perfectly fine with it.
Honestly, I love this. This is great because this is like a forum. It's like pretty much you could say whatever. What's on
Well, exactly, yeah. I mean, intelligent arguments are, they're to be made, and I think it's great to hear regular people because let's face it, we are regular guys. Like, we've all met in a very regular space. Speaking of which, actually, and again, not to get too local, but Rally the Valley. The Suns are playing tonight, but
Exactly.
aside from all that,
They're playing tonight.
You got to keep
There.
it local, though.
but
Absolutely.
not to get too local, but just based on where we've all met, we all came across each other and became friends. Downtown Gilbert,
Yes.
here in Arizona.
Great spot.
Is it?
It is.
Is it?
It's a town that's evolved significantly.
It's all right.
I know Mr. Newman here to my left is yearning to reach in.
Thank you.
When I'm done with
Thank
my
you.
words here, but
Thank you.
at the same time, it's a town that is struggling.
I'm just glad Albanian that he's not actually using your real name. That'd be an odd stretch.
Well,
That would
let's
be
give him some time. Hand it over to
horrible.
Tim Newman.
That would be terrible.
Nope, there you go.
No,
Horrible.
that's not his real name though. That's the thing. That's the We came up with it beforehand for him.
That's Stark. Hey, Stark.
We were watching Seinfeld, and my grandfather's name is Timothy, so we thought Newman and Timothy would be funny.
Right. Human.
So no, but downtown Gilbert is fast becoming. You say progressive.
Hey,
I think of it
Stark.
like I think progressive like a fucking lemming.
Stark.
It's
Stark.
off a goddamn cliff.
What's up?
What do you think about Gilbert?
What do I think of Gilbert? It's like
like
what
to
you
hear this.
get when you cross bougie and cowpokes. For real, yeah.
No, that's perfect. That's perfectly put. But I mean, okay,
That's not fair. Say what's really on your mind. This isn't a joke.
That's what's
that's
I
what's
see.
on his mind. I want to pursue that a little further because you don't live in Gilbert. You live one of the far-flung places to the west.
No, I live like 85206, man. Like Gilbert.
Why are
right,
you all
right
doxing
there.
yourselves? Jesus Christ!
What? I've still left enough ambiguity right there,
I
man.
know,
but,
I know.
It's
teasing.
It's
I live
yeah.
in 8523. Never find that last number. No.
I'm still like I teeter on Gilbert and Mesa, so I like to
Okay.
say Gilbert's seriously like right across the street. It's
All right.
like pretty
So,
stupid.
like,
setup.
how long have you been going out in Gilbert?
Like a year.
Just a year?
Right.
Have you noticed a change? So, I mean, I don't know if you can have actually noticed a change in a year that has actually, because when I came here 5 years ago next month,
Oh, okay. Yeah.
and Gilbert was the first place I ever kind of started going out in. And you look like you have something to say.
no, like
It's the first place that they let you in.
No, wait, no. How about our buddy Tan Man? Like Tan Man, like got 86 at a bunch of places. So
Well, I mean, I've just noticed, like, when I was first going down there, I don't know what the fuck you were talking about. Tan Man?
Tamnam?
Disney, Mr. Disney, you know, Walt Disney.
Oh, right,
Well, you know
right.
he's half Irish.
The on his mother's side. No.
That's my side. Well, from what I've noticed
Tell you
in
the truth, I'm half Irish.
downtown Gilbert.
He's black Irish, I believe. Anyway,
This
think
isn't
so.
Ray Donovan.
but like I mean, like
Just
downtown Gilbert. I mean, when I first started going there, it was cowpoke. It was the locals. It was that. It's interesting you bring up the mix because you're right, 100%. Now it's turned into, and myself and the Albanian there have had a few words about it.
yep.
It's becoming like downtown Scottsdale.
Right. Yeah.
I don't like it. I just don't like it. I really
It's-
don't.
I mean, like it has.
They're
its-
ruining our bar.
No, well, it has its moments, but sometimes
The bar is over.
Yeah, like it has its moments, but sometimes you're just kind of like, yeah, I'm going home.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm going home.
I have to admit, going down to Champions, it's not the same. It really isn't. I just don't enjoy it as much as I used to.
Agreed.
Maybe that's age.
No, it's
Maybe
not.
it's age.
It's not. I mean, like we talk about things, you know, time and tide wait for no man. Things are very topsy turvy down that neck of the woods, and I mean, Gilbert is poised for change, and I feel like there's a little bit of change that's coming that we're hopefully all welcoming.
What's
But
that exactly?
I mean, that bar that you mentioned, the aforementioned bar.
Yeah,
I mean,
Champions. We can mention a place of business. Don't worry about that. Great staff, by the way. If any of
Yeah.
the staff ever listen to, they are true blue. The staff down there are phenomenal, but it's the clientele is really starting to suffer.
Yeah, you pay for what you get, and it's interesting. It's interesting to see now. Listen, we you know, as an Irish guy, you know, and some of the folks that we have out back,
You're Irish?
we have an interesting tie with the DEA, and for our uneducated listeners, that's a drug enforcement agency.
All right.
Now,
You learn
listen,
something new every day, right?
Arizona has got a problem. The US has got a problem, and like, and to shift gears, and that's the drugs.
Drugs is a problem in the valley
Drugs
for sure.
is a
yeah.
problem, and I have a zero tolerance policy when it comes to drugs.
So do I. I will not be around
Absolute
them.
zero policy. And
I don't want them around the schools. I don't want children doing them. Sell them to the blacks in Harlem. They're animals anyway. They'll kill each other. I believe that's in The Godfather. I am
I thought
quoting The Godfather,
Well,
by the way.
Godfather
that was
3,
That
right?
wasn't.
Well,
That, was
first
that, was
one,
that Kennedy?
okay.
No, that was I think that was Bazzini who said that.
Bazzini. Well, he's probably
I
dead.
don't want it sold to children. Shut
Yeah.
it in the ghettos.
No, Barzini.
They're animals
Barzini's
anyway.
the
Let them
one-
lose their
Barzini's
souls.
the one that
Burp.
betrays them. No, Barzini's the one that he's the ringleader of the whole thing. The mastermind.
I think that was Tatalia, actually, Philip
Well,
Tatalia.
No, Barzini.
Bottom line is,
Barzini.
boys.
Okay.
Bottom line is, they're all fucking dead. And
Right.
pardon my French. Who gives a fuck? You know, great movies, blah blah blah. They don't make them used to.
You're dead. You're dead. I'll get you. I'll get your family. I'll get your fucking kids. I'll fucking get everything.
I want his
It's all
cat
fucking
dead.
dead.
I want his dog dead. I want his wife and his child dead. Well. Now, who was before the cat?
Listen, if we
Just
try, if
kill
we,
'em.
if we
Just
try
let
to
the
make,
cat go.
if we tried to make movies like we used to, we'd all be fucking dead.
Oh, God. Blazing Saddles. Think about that.
It's embarrassing. You can't say a word without
I
being
know.
offending somebody. Like, oh my God, Hail Mary, full of grace. Saint Johnny and the Seven Sisters peeling off the fucking cross. Get the fuck out of here. Like, OMG.
There you go. Yep.
So Loki's bisexual, by the way.
Loki, oh yeah, the Norse god who's existed before the Marvel Universe is now bisexual due to a corporation.
Right, yeah. You saw that episode? That
I mean,
clip?
I don't watch that shit, but you clearly have.
Yeah, I'm wearing Roger Rabbit, you know. Like,
He was bisexual too, did you know?
No.
Lad, sex
Yeah.
is sex.
No,
Sex
no, you're
is
right.
sex.
He
Daddy,
wasn't. He's a cartoon.
Poppy.
Please.
There you go.
Please. Yeah.
No, we're talking about movies and stuff, though. Like, I heard a plot leak for Indiana Jones 5.
Oh no. Oh God, please.
What is it?
Yes.
I want to hear this.
Do you guys? I mean, it's a plot leak.
I'm never going to see it, so yes.
Yes.
All right, like, I don't know for sure, right?
gives
But
a shit?
apparently, he goes up to the moon.
What?
Yeah, like, it takes place in the 60s, and he's after, like, a former Nazi scientist who works for NASA, so it's like a moon race. But he also Indiana Jones has, like, a female colleague.
Of course he does.
He's a
Of
female
course
colleague, and apparently he dies at the end, and she takes over the whip and mantle, the hat and all that.
No.
Done.
No.
That's
Are
what
you
I heard.
serious?
That's what I heard, yeah. I also heard that
What are your sources on this exactly?
I listened to a dude on YouTube. His name is Doom Cop and Doom
Okay.
Cop. Doom Cock. There you go.
I look at look that
I
shit
got
up.
Sounds
tongue
like a bunch of
twisted.
cock. Yeah, there you go.
He's been right about everything now. I mean, I've been following
Okay.
his stuff, and
No, I mean that's the thing. I can see that happening. I can absolutely 100% see
Hey,
that happening.
with what they did with Star Wars, yeah, of course.
Yeah.
Like Finn. Like look at Finn. Like Finn. Like you see the first movie and you think he's gonna be like something great. He's gonna be like a Jedi. He's got like he's a badass. Pretty much like for the last two movies, just like nothing. Nothing at all.
He's a marketing employee. Yeah, the actor
Pretty
himself
much.
said that. Yeah.
How do you think they'd if they ever remade Jaws? How do you think they'd make it? Do you think they'd change the shark's gender to like a female and have like three interracially gay guys going
Happy
out
to
killing?
interject here,
Oh,
and
right.
thank you, Joshua. You know, coming back off the vineyard, and
Well, yeah, you were up there.
Yes,
He
so
wouldn't be a white shark, that's for sure.
Oh.
A great white shark.
No, he would be
Yeah,
because he'd have to be the antagonist.
I'd be a sunbird shark.
He'd be a
yeah.
super white shark.
super white,
Super
Sup-
white
super,
Super
super
great
white,
white.
super intelligent.
He would be an awful white shark. That's what. This is an awful white shark, and he's been killing the gays off of Provincetown. He's targeting gays. Number one, if a shark was targeting gays, why would it target something that could possibly give it AIDS? Why would you do that?
Oh, boy.
I mean, if a shark is going to target something to eat, it's not going to eat something that could possibly end up giving a shark going around a dressing gown with a sniffle, because eating canned soup.
I think you're well out of line here.
One understanding marlin. I mean, Jesus Christ.
The great white supremacist.
But the great white supremacist. There it is. I love it. The great white supremacist.
Congratulations, you win a prize. Actually, I tell you what.
Quint would now be Quinn, by the way, and she would be a feisty lesbian.
Well, the drinks of the night.
Jane
will-
Lynch,
the
right?
Pardon me. The drinks of the night will go on my tab if one can ascertain where Mr. Quint was from in or on the vineyard. Now I extend that invitation, privy to the boys surrounding me here. You want a drink for free tonight?
Egderstown.
Uh-uh.
Oh, really?
Right.
You can't say Amity because that's too fucking. I mean, number one, it doesn't exist.
It doesn't exist.
Yeah, exactly. But I mean, Amity Island, Egderstown, that's literally Martha's Vineyard. Yeah, that's off the Cape to the south. Where on the. Okay.
Yeah,
Mr. Quint.
I don't go more north than New York. New York is pretty much like.
Hold on now.
And,
Wait a minute. If you're talking about the book, he was from a place
No,
called
we're-
Cranberry Hole Road.
We're talking about real world here.
Oh, so you're talking about Robert Shaw?
Yeah, well, we could talk real world, we can talk fake world, but like so far nobody.
But he was an Englishman.
So nobody's guessed. Yeah, Robert Shaw, fantastic.
Shaw was an
actor.
Englishman. Yeah.
Do you want to throw one in? Do you want free drinks for tonight?
Why wouldn't I?
Well, can you render me an answer?
Hello.
Throw in for what?
I am not going to Scottsdale.
Nobody's going to Scottsdale.
Going to Scottsdale. Okay.
Nobody's going to Scottsdale.
All right, he's
Nope.
out. Yeah, so it's Menemsha, which is a beautiful name.
Menemsha.
Menemsha. It's also the place of Stanley Larson's fish market, and it's also a beautiful place to go and chill and be by the.
This is going to be him later, by the way, when he's going to Scottsdale. Just bye, Mark.
Scottsdale.
I didn't say I was going. I don't
Completely bombed. All right, so yeah, this story. Anyway, we're going to move on to
All right, real quick then.
because we're getting low on time here. Jesus Christ! Right, so I think we all know who this gentleman is, and hang on, I'm going to pull this up just so.
Yeah, he's the fellow that falls down the aircrafts as he's trying to get onto Air Force
No,
One,
like
right?
here's the thing. Okay, so
Indeed.
I'm gonna defend him.
Really
Just give me a second.
wrong podcast to defend this asshole on.
No. Like fair, but like
I'm kidding.
fair, but like the guy is so far gone,
He is. You're right.
and like it's almost like getting your grandfather who's got dementia. Like stand up and do something fucking stupid for your own entertainment.
This is true. Well, let's hear what he has to say. This is our fearless leader, Mr. Joe Biden.
The Second Amendment, from the day it was passed, limited the type of people who could own a gun and what type of weapon you could own. You couldn't buy a cannon. Those who say the blood of patriots, and all the stuff about how we're going to have to move against the government. Well, the tree of liberty is not water with the blood of patriots. What's happened is that there never been, if you wanted to think you need to have weapons to take on the government, you need F-15s and maybe some nuclear weapons. The point is that there's always been the ability to rationally limit the type of weapon that can be owned and who can own it.
And that is suck my dick.
Thank
please.
you very much for that comment. That's perfect.
Yeah, not for nothing here, guys.
You could own a cannon, by the way. The whole idea of the Second Amendment is that civilians are able to own military hardware in case of a tyrannical government, because a tyrannical government will arm itself with military hardware. So you could own a tank. You could own, technically, if you can afford it, you can own a fucking nuclear bomb. I don't know why you'd want to have one, personally, but if you can afford it, you can own
Go
it.
for it. I mean, like, I think you two were ahead of the time when they said with or without you, we're going to do it either way. You know what I'm saying?
Fair enough.
Like, listen,
Like Bono didn't even say that. Like it's just like with the word without you. It's like it is what
it's
it
happening.
is.
It is what it is.
Yeah.
And honestly, guys, Ireland has his own problems. We have a representative who is deemed a president. He's merely a figurehead.
Oh, the fucking the
Now-
Hobbit.
Now, the US is more of a substantial presence here globally, and
What are you doing?
poor dog.
Does she have to pee?
Let her out.
All right. Let me.
Go
Yeah,
ahead.
let me get her out here because.
Do you want to go ahead and pause it?
But you're saying, Mark, yeah.
I was saying a lot of things. Cut.
But hang on. This is. Oh, come on, you. Come here. Go out there. Go out there.
Adorable. It's embarrassing. I mean, it's embarrassing. Like, this is the largest economy in the world. It is one that stands for innovation. Now, it's the one that stands for innovation when the Chinese are now robbing their innovation.
Very true.
And that's something that really just, would separate the wife and I. Like, I can't say anything against the Chinese because
Why?
you're racist.
That's not racist. It's not
You're
against the
racist.
Chinese
No.
people. It's against the CCP government.
No, and now listen, I had my stint in the fucking consulate, and I met some great people. I had some fantastic conversations, and when I say what I say, I mean what I say. It comes from the heart.
Well, if you want to say it and it comes from the heart, let me give you some music from the heart.
That just touched me, like deep down inside.
Would you
And
stop shaking that table? You've already made enough of a mess. All right, that's enough of that.
Yep.
Well, I mean, can we all give a response to our dear leader here?
Yes, I'll give a response. So, Joe Biden, I really just think he's just not all there. Someone's pulling the strings.
Mm-hmm.
I personally, I'm not a fan of him, but I can actually feel bad for him because the guy's just so gone.
Yeah.
Just so gone. But here's the thing. Like, you know what? I'll give you a case in point. So we fought a war in Afghanistan for what, 20 years?
Getting close, getting closer to 30.
Right. Yep. All right. 20, 30 years.
We're creeping up on 30.
I'll give you a case in point. So we have hardware that will decimate anything, like just precision, like boom, 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 boom. Of course.
Yeah.
And they just keep coming.
Mm-hmm.
And here's the thing. All you need is willpower and your basic weapon. You don't need nuclear weapons or like an F-16 or anything like that. It's like,
yeah,
that's it.
It's kind of like the whole nuclear thing. I think it's such overkill.
F-15s.
It's not effective anymore. What's effective is what's effective is what the Viet Cong did in Vietnam. You know, anybody who says that you can't topple a government, bunch of farmers with guns, they can do it.
Well,
they will do it. I mean, it's revolution, if anything, in the history. This is one of the most ignorant things you could ever say, in my opinion. And also, it's a veiled threat, which I think actually completely abdicates his oath. That abdicates his oath, and I think he should actually be either impeached or stepped down. That is a veiled threat against the American people. That I will use nukes upon you if you try to, exercise your constitutional rights.
I tell you what, bring it.
Okay.
Bring it.
He will probably, but he won't bring receipts. That's the problem. He's
Hey,
he's stupid.
Play stupid games, win stupid prizes.
This is very true. Speaking of playing stupid games and getting stupid prizes, do want to show you this very, very quick little video here. This is okay. So if I could say to you, gentlemen, what is going to happen right here, right now, would you ever guess? It's a little rabbit being attacked by a bird.
I was gonna say a dog was gonna come get it.
Nope. A deer
Deer.
beating the fuck out of an eagle for attacking a rabbit.
Holy shit.
Only you would pull this crap out of the
Whoa.
internet. You know, deer is my spirit animal, so I feel like I'm being really represented here, like I'm a strong boy when I need to be.
Oh dear.
Oh boy.
That's like a Disney movie waiting to happen right there. We're just
I
waiting.
love this. He's kicking.
Wait, it's a rabbit and a deer? Are you
No. That's an eagle that came down to kill the rabbit.
And the deer's defending the rabbit, right?
Yeah, he's beating the shit out of him.
Bambi and Thumper.
Yeah,
right
Bambi
there.
and Thumper, exactly.
Holy shit.
But look at this. This
Wow.
animal is
Wow.
beating the shit out of him.
It's funny.
Look,
Is that
watch the eagle come down here. Screaming at a rabbit. It's distressing. It is distressing. But then, watch the rabbit take off. Watch the rabbit just fly away, running.
Nope,
yeah.
done.
Got
Out.
away.
Bye.
That's incredible.
Goodbye, folks. I'm going home.
I don't know. I just thought that was incredible when I saw it. I mean,
Hey,
did
what's
you ever
the turtle right there?
the turtle? Oh,
yeah.
the snapping turtle. I think I've seen this one actually. Hang on, let's take a look at this guy. Oh yeah, the snapping turtle who's on a freeway. Look at this motherfucker.
Nope.
That thing. Oh God. Have you ever seen one of those things bite an apple?
No.
No. Oh shit. I got shit for you. Oh my God.
And
Oh,
guess
yeah.
what? Guess what? That turtle goes right back across the road again.
Yeah. Who do you think said that? That was me who said that. Because struts immediately back into traffic and gets
It's like-
obliterated.
Why'd you just take me across the street? I want to go over this way, man. Come on.
This is, if any of you are on Instagram, by the way,
Show us the girl on the board.
this is some of the best shit you'll ever see on the internet. Follow
Right.
this Instagram account. This is girls getting hurt. Let's see what happens here.
That's kind of weak.
That's kind of weak. Yeah, it was a little weak.
Oh, being
Unless a shark gets her right there. No, okay.
That's Mickey Mouse.
Let's see.
Oh, man.
Yeah, let's see if we can hear a
I
sound
think
here.
she's okay.
She got it in the back of the head. That's ridiculous, Jane.
I'd punch that bitch.
I punch a bitch. Oh man, that's gotta hurt.
Ouch.
All right, let's.
It's not my weekend, but it's gonna be my year. And I'm so sick of watching while the minutes pass as I go nowhere.
Oh no.
Yes, that's great. Oh fuck her. Well, hello.
It looks like Leanne.
Did a little bit actually. Ayo. Let's see what else we got here. Wow.
That's obscene.
Holy shit. Oh my god. This is not a good day for this dog. Either dog, for that matter. Either dog.
He just wants to play.
He does just want
He
to.
just wants a friend.
What are you doing? Get your ass up. This is the second time she's fallen over. Oh, I'd make it a 3. Well done.
I can't even.
Oh, that's brilliant. What we got here?
Her boyfriend looks like a pud.
What do we got here?
Oh!
Two spastics.
And his girlfriend's a
That's
pud.
great.
Two spastics looking for attention, and there you go.
There you go.
Moron.
Holy shit.
Congratulations, you win a prize.
A few girls, cute girls, falling down the stairs, thinking it's fucking
Fuck,
calm.
dude. You should rewind that.
Pajamas and
It'll come back.
pajamas are falling down
Check
the
that out, check it out, check it out, check it out.
Camel
There you go, there you go.
toe.
No,
Oh,
you
there-
saw
it's
that,
wet.
right?
It's wet. Yeah, she's wet.
Dude,
Ew.
Dude,
Ew.
watch.
Ew, in the final shot, you
There
say,
you go,
she's
there
wet.
you go, there you go.
Lord have mercy.
Fishy, fishy.
Fishy.
She puts the lotion in the basket. She puts the lotion in the basket.
That's great, too.
Oh, no.
So, yeah, that's the girls getting hurt Instagram. You boys, if you're on
That was good. That was
if you're on Insta, you should really enjoy that. Anyway, so I think what we're going to do now is actually end the fucking show. And let me play. I'm actually going to give you a little taste of what it means to be on this show. I'm going to play the exit music.
Salty taste.
So, boys, thank you very much, all of you, for coming on.
Thank you.
If you want to leave us with any words of wisdom, any words of stupidity, anything.
When are we getting paid?
Well, I did say stupid questions were allowed.
I think Tim and I opened up a can of worms here. Mine is gonna be fishy.
Ooh, all right. Marky, any final words?
Folks, just hang in here. I think it's just the beginning. I really enjoyed this. And
Oh,
I think,
good.
I think we're going to have a lot of dark and bright days together.
Hey, just
Have a great weekend.
yep.
And Barry,
We gave away our identities, yeah.
don't worry about it. I give away my identity every week.
Fishy.
Don't
that's fine.
don't feel bad about it. Trust me. They'll see you on camera. That's the main thing. They'll be able to identify you if they want to. But
Nice.
don't worry. Don't worry.
Fuck it.
Look. Channel only has 34 subscribers. If it blows up, you know your guy's going to be famous. But you're not that famous that people will be chasing you down the streets. Because let's face it, none of us are that handsome. So let's be honest. But any final words?
Yeah, I got one word. Just
Okay.
be decent, be good.
Be decent, be good. I like that. Thank you very much for
Thank you,
listening.
Tim. Very wise words.
And boys, again, thank you very much for actually coming over and pulling this absolute fucking train wreck of a show together. In fairness, you did very well, though. In fairness, for all of you, for first-time podcasters, like I'm talking like I'm an old pro or something. Oh! I'm like a pro over here. I'm Andrew Dice podcaster. Oh! Yeah. Anyway, we're gonna. All right, fuck this. We're out of here.
That's done.
Stay tuned. We're going to have more shows coming up soon. And thank you very much for listening. Goodbye.
That was great.